One time a guy in my youth group told me that he had punched his friend in the face. And I was like, why'd you do that? And he said it's because that guy had shown pornography to his younger sibling. You know what I told him? I said, good job. Listen, it's because he took this problem very seriously. Too many of us don't. Graphic images are all too easy to access these days, particularly through our devices and social media. The problem of sexting is major. Almost 40% of teenagers have posted or sent sexually suggestive messages. And this is more common with boys than it is girls. 61% of those who have sexted before admit they did it because they felt pressured to. And then when it comes to sending actual nude pics or semi-nudes, right over 20% of girls admit they've done it before, and almost 20% of guys admit that they've done it too. And believe me, as a youth pastor, I can tell you this is not just some problem out there in the world. This is a major issue among professing Christians. Tragically, too many Christian parents are naive about their own kids sexting on their devices. They won't have a conversation with their kids, even though it may be an awkward one. They don't block pornography on their devices. And so many times over, they wind up dealing with the problem after it's already happened. Christian brother or sister, you have got to get in front of this issue spiritually. I'm telling you, before the temptation hits, before someone slides into your DMs, before someone starts pressuring you about sending images. The Apostle Paul addresses this in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, 3-8. It's a critical passage that I think you should study and apply. For this is the will of God, your sanctification, that you abstain from sexual immorality. You see, there's no question remaining about this. It's His will that we stay away from this stuff. Let me get point blank about this real quick, okay? If you're a guy who has sent a graphic image of yourself, if you are a guy who has pressured a young lady into sending graphic images of her, you need to repent and get right with God on this right now. Because verse 6 is a clear warning. The Lord is an avenger whenever you try to tempt someone sexually. Translation? He ain't playing around with you on this one, bro. Christian sisters, if a guy's ever pressured you into sending something, if a guy has ever sent you a graphic image of himself, listen to me. You have got to tell a parent right away. You have got to block him. You've got to report him. And you may worry, it's like, oh no, but he'll talk bad about me. He'll make fun of me. And I'm worried about other people thinking that I'm not cool for snitching. Listen to me. If he's already sending you stuff like that, if he is pressuring you like that, he don't respect you to begin with. He doesn't value you anyway, so who cares about his opinion? And guys, listen to me, no matter your age, no matter your gender, if you have sinned in this area before, I want to challenge you to study this entire passage, observe the commands and the heart behind it, because Paul begins it by saying, this is the will of God for you. Not that this is a suggestion, not here's a helpful tip. And so you got to ask yourself this question, get to the heart of the matter here. Do I want the will of God in my life more than I want some cheap thrills?